Hello, everybody. The DUI guy is back with Raw Law Unfiltered with another reading of Curious George. Are you all ready for some Curious George? By God, I hope you are, because here it comes. Um, we are officially on book number 4. Can you believe it? This is my 4th reading of Curious George. Curious George gets a medal. So we read the first 3 books. We read Curious George, the original. Then the second one was Curious George Gets a Job. The third one was Curious George Rides a Bike. And finally, we have today, it's not the last book. There's still a few more. There's still, I think, there's like 3 more. I'm pretty sure I think that there are 3 more. And yeah, I hope you all are excited because I am. If we haven't done this in like a month or so, it has definitely been quite some time. So let's dive right into it, shall we? Curious George gets a medal. I don't know why there's a photo of or a picture rather, of what is it? Is it a vacuum cleaner? It looks like one of those like manual things that used to pump water back in the day, but it's on wheels. So are you pumping like it's got a hose? I don't. All right, I like right out of the gate. I have questions. I don't understand. What is this? What is this thing? Thank you, Rio baby. What is this thing? Let me zoom in on it. Can I zoom in on it? Yeah. What is that? It's got a lasso? Is that a lasso? Does it attach to something? Do you drag this thing? I have no idea. It looks like he was cutting the grass with a fucking vacuum, Fox. Something just doesn't smell right. But okay. All right, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Vacuuming the lawn, curious. I mean, he's a monkey. Like, what do you fucking expect, right? It's a monkey. Okay. This is George. For those of you who don't know, the monkey right here. This is George. He lived with his friend, which I think we've already established is not his fucking friend, but his kidnapper and accomplice. The man with the yellow hat. He was a good little monkey. Right. I think, again, we have more than established that he is not a good monkey. And always very curious, without a doubt. Without a doubt. George was alone this morning, looking at a picture book. Makes sense, since he probably doesn't have a lot of experience and ability to read. And by the way, is it just me, or does it look like he's actually reading a picture book of Curious George Gets a Job? Do you remember this? The building, the big yellow building with the blue roof, and Curious George looks like he's carrying his tools here. Is he like reading a picture book about himself? No comprende. Thank you, Mary. I'm so confused, Mary Malarkey says. I was reading Curious George to my grandson up until 2 years ago. Is this G-rated or better? Oh no, this is not for children. This is like X-rated. Please do not show this video to your kids. It's in the description. This is not for children. We psychoanalyze the books here. So he was alone this morning, looking at a picture book of himself, presumably. when the doorbell rang. Ding dong, ding dong. Hey, it's the mailman. To George, something of science? I don't know. It was the mailman. Here's a letter for you, he said. Put it on your friend's desk. He'll read it to you when he comes home. George was curious. Uh-oh. It was not often that somebody wrote him. Too bad he could not read the letter. But maybe he could write one himself. What? All right, hold on. Back up. I have questions. Okay. So this monkey who was just reading a picture book, yeah, now received a letter. So he's like, well, I can't fucking read. So how about I just fucking write? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What? I can't read, but I know how to write. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. I want to see where this is going because this is like my brain just can't wrap around it. I mean, please enlighten me. In the top drawer of the desk, there was paper and ink and a fountain pen. Oh, what joy! George sat down on the floor and began to write. How? But the pen was dry. Well, no, duh. You gotta dip it in the thing, you num. It needed ink. George would have to fill it. Oh boy, I see where this is going. He got a funnel from the kitchen and started pouring ink. But instead of going into the pen, the ink spilled all over and made a big blue puddle on the floor. It was an awful mess. Awful mess. Ink is very hard to clean, by the way. Quickly, George got the blotter from the desk. But that was no help. The puddle grew bigger all the time. George had to think of something else. Why? Soap and water. That's what you clean up with. From the kitchen shelf, he got the biggest fucking soap box I have ever seen in my life. He got a big box of soap powder. This is how you know it's like the 50s. When was the last time you have, forget seen, let alone heard of soap powder? Is that like baking soda? I don't know. I've never seen one. And poured the powder all over the ink. Something tells me this is not going to work. Just a premonition, just a hunch, just a prediction. I could be wrong. I'm not saying anything. I'm probably right. Then he pulled the garden hose through the window. Oh my God, George. Is that what it is? So that vacuum cleaner that we saw, is that what it is? It's like a hose pump. Is that what he's using? I guess we're gonna find out. So he pulled the garden hose through the window, opened the tap, and sprayed water on the powder. George, what are you doing, George? This is a disaster. This is a complete disaster. Why does every book start with like in the most horrendous fucking way possible? Will somebody please explain that to me? All he wanted to do was write a goddamn letter. That's it. That's it. Instead, first he got ink all over the place. Then he got soap powder all over the place, which I highly doubt helped the situation. Then he added water to the mix. He's about to turn the entire house blue because of the ink. You think, Linda? You think? She says, because George is curious? Yes, Becky, it is. You think? Because he's a curious, funky monkey. Bubbles began to form. Ooh. And then some lather. And more lather. And more lather. And more lather. Uh-oh. In no time, the whole room was full of lather. So full indeed that George had to escape in a hurry. And the hose is still running. Oh, dear mother of God. He's going to destroy the house. He's going to destroy the house. I mean, that's it. Literally, the house's fate is sealed. Yeah. This fucking monkey, you guys. Mm-mm. Oh boy. All right. Keep going. When he was safely out of the house, he first turned off the tap. Look at that. Look at the window. It's like half the room is filled. It's nuts. He turned off the tap, but what next? How could he get rid of all the lather before the criminal, I mean, friend, came home? George, and by the way, I hope that he turned the water in the right direction, in the correct one, not in the incorrect one. Because does he know that lefty loosey, righty tighty? Right will probably close the water, left will probably open it. What if he opened the water even more? Yeah. Anybody think of that? Yeah. Collateral consequences of Funky Monkey. Yeah, so he wasn't using the odd device in the garden. I still don't know what it is. It's on the cover of the book. I hope it makes an appearance. Otherwise, I'm going to be curious myself I'm going to be curious DUI guy for the rest of my life. George sat down in the grass and thought for a long time. Finally, he had an idea. I would get the big shovel and shovel the ladder out of the window. All right, George. Simple solution to a complicated problem, I guess. I mean, all right, George. We're gonna have a one-on-one here. Listen to me, you bloody fucking monkey. Why is it that every time you try to fix something, you always make it worse? Huh, George? I know. I've heard your excuses. I'm a monkey. Cut me some slack. No. This is like the fourth rendition, George. We're done with those excuses. You are now a civilized, gentle monkey. All right? We are done with the excuses. We're gonna cut it out with the curiosity. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah? Good? Good. Fantastic. So we have an understanding, eh, George? Yeah? Bloody fucking monkey. All right. Okay. All right. All right. You're gonna shovel it out. Come on, go for it. Come on. Oh, but where was the lather? Dumbass. Well, George had been outside thinking, which probably took 3 hours. No offense. You're a monkey. It had all turned into water. Now the room looked like a lake and the furniture like islands in it. Congratulations, monkey. You've done it again. The shovel was no use. Ah, he needed a pump. That's what George needed now. I think it was it was like a water pump is what it was. George was mining FTX. That's funny. He needed a pump. Shovel ain't no good no more, huh, George? To get the water out, sorry, this text is a little fuzzy. To get the water out, he knew just what to find. He knew just to find once he had seen a portable pump at the farm down the road. Oh, sorry, there it is. To get the water out, and he knew just where to find one. He had seen a portable pump at the farm down the road. There we go. It's a pump. There it is. It's a water pump, you guys. Oh my God. That is amazing. It's a water pump. And you drag it with the lasso string attached to it. And then you have the hose that you stick inside. And then you have the lever and you go. And then you pump it out and it pumps out through the front. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Please don't tell me this is what he gets his fucking medal for. All right, I'm talking to you, HA, right now. I know you're dead. That's not the point. Don't worry about it. Listen. When you were writing this, how many shrooms did you eat? How much weed did you smoke? How much booze did you drink? Bro, this is like no. If you're going to tell me that George is about to receive a fucking medal for cleaning up his own mess, you don't get a medal for that. You don't get a pat on the back. You get a scolding. If this is where I think it's going, H.A. Ray, we're gonna have a talk. You feel me? You dig, dog? George gets a fucking medal for cleaning up his own mess. There better be a twist. There better be a twist. I swear, if there is no twist, we're gonna have a problem. The farmer was away working in the fields, so I'm gonna fucking steal his bump. Phenomenal. Teaching kids valuable lessons like steal shit when the owner's not around. Seems legit. Don't get caught, therefore it's not a crime. Logical. Nobody noticed George when he got the pump out of the shed, therefore it never happened. Fuck you. You can't prove it. You ain't got no cameras. It's 1953. Fuck off. It was heavy. He would need help to pull it all the way back to the house. Great. Steal more shit that will allow you to get the thing to the house. Steal a car. Steal a lawnmower. Ain't no witnesses. Jesus. What kind of values are we teaching kids here? It's not a felony if nobody saw it, kids. Maybe. I was just curious, Yana. Case dismissed. Off you go. Maybe he could tie the goat to the pump. So now he's stealing livestock. And make her pull it. Oh, that's nice. Make the livestock do all the work. But just as George was about to slip the loop over the goat's head, he was hurled through the air and landed near a pen full of pigs. Good for you. You know, this goat is a goat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about GOAT, greatest of all time. This goat is the greatest of all time because it was like, George, you want to fuck with me? Huh? You want to come at me, bro? I come at you, bro. That's what's up. What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? Bam! Go flying over there, motherfucker. I ain't got no time for your shit, monkey. I ain't pulling no goddamn fucking water pump hose. You take your hose and go over there. Huh? Fucking monkey. Yeah. You and your fucking, I'm not carrying your shit around. Oh, great. Now he's going to release the pigs. The biggest pig was standing near the gate. What if George opened the gate just enough to let him out? Yeah, let's create more chaos. Let's fucking release every animal. Jesus, mother of God. This is the worst book series I have ever seen for children. A big pig could easily pull a small pump. Let me guess. They all get out. Surprise! Carefully, George lifted the latch. And of course, before he knew it, all the pigs! Oh my God, surprise! Didn't see that one coming. All the pigs had burst out of the pen, grunting and squealing and trying to get away as fast as they could. Yeah, freedom, baby. Freedom. Oh, child. Hmm. George was delighted. He had never seen anything like it. More crimes. For the moment, all his troubles were forgotten. Hey, if I don't remember what the fuck I did, it never happened, right? Monkey logic. If I don't remember all the criminal acts I have committed, they never happened. Your Honor, just for the record, I want you to know that after I stole the purse, I forgot that I stole it. Case dismissed. You're free to go, ma'am. Thank you very much, Anna. If you can't remember the crime, it never happened. I love these values. With all due respect, Yana, I do not recall. Exactly, Viking. I don't know why I put on the southern accent when I. With all due respect, Yana, the monkey does not recall. But now the pigs were all gone, and not a single one was left to help him with the pump. Luckily, more barnyard animals. There were cows grazing nearby. Cows were gentle and strong. It would mean nothing to a cow to pull the pump for him. This time, third time's the charm. Got headbutted by a goat. That wasn't enough. I caused havoc on the farm by releasing all the pigs from the pen, and it's going to take the farmer hours to gather them all back up. That was not enough. All right, let me just grab this fucking cow that I could have started with, but I'm a damn monkey and I don't have any life experiences. Third time's the charm. Hooray! George. What are you doing, George? This time, George was right. The cow did not mind being tied to the pump. She even let him climb on her back. And off they went. George was glad. Now he would soon be home. Pump out of the room. Oh, I'm sorry, pump out the room. And everything would be all right. No, it's not, George. It's not all going to be all right. You still have the ink spot after the water is gone. All the water has damaged the wood and the flooring and the walls and the furniture. It mixed in with the ink, so now all the furniture is going to have ink spots all over it. You have pigs roaming around. You have an emotionally damaged goat that is extremely distressed because of you. You have pigs running around. Unacceptable, George. Everything is not going to be all right. Huh? Huh? Everything's going to be all right, my ass. Meanwhile, the farmer and his son had heard the squealing of the pigs. Well, yeah. They rushed home from the fields and now had their hands full catching all the pigs. Now they have work to do. Thanks, George. Not until the last pig was safely back in the pen did they have time to look around. And what did they see? A little monkey riding away on the fucking cow, making off with their pump. Thief! Thief, I say! Stop him! That's the cow saying, fuck off. The chase was on. Oh, now we have Grand Theft. Wait. Grand Cow. Grand Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Caudo? Hold on. I can't keep a straight face for this. We have Grand Theft Caudo coming to a store near you. Grand Theft Auto 7. San Farmeus. Run, George, run! Oh, he's also going to be charged with, other than Grand Theft Auto, he's also going to be charged with fleeing and evading in a motorized farm barnyard animal. And theft. Don't forget grand theft of water pumps, which is a class A felony in Wonderland. But the pump was slowing them down. You got to cut the pump loose, bro. The farmers were getting closer and closer. Now they had almost caught up with him, but where was George? What? George is on top of the cow. Last I checked. Oh my fucking lord. George. George, what are you doing, George? George, how'd you get there? He was on top of the cow a minute ago. He's hiding in the goddamn laundry. These damn monkeys, right, Angie? I don't drink alcohol, but thank you. I have my Coca-Cola hashtag not sponsored. Yeah, he needs a lawyer, Ileana. No doubt. Fucking monkey. Here he was hiding in a shirt. The farmers had run past him. But on their way home, they had to come back over the same road. George did not feel safe staying in this hiding place, naturally, because he was a tricky monkey. Just then, a truck came rattling down the road. George jumped aboard. Monkeys are good at jumping. Since when? He's not a kangaroo. And was gone before the farmers had a chance to see him. God damn it, George. The truck drove to a part of town that George had never seen before. Okay, so wait a minute. So now George is like, all right, I've been caught. My plan has been foiled of trying to steal the water pump to pump the water out. So I'm just going to leave the mess as is and just take this truck wherever the hell it's going. Oh, look, a new fucking adventure. The truck drove to a part of town that George had never seen before. At last, it stopped in front of a large building. It was the museum. George did not know what a museum was. He was curious. Surprise! While the guard was busy reading the paper, George slipped inside. Now he's in the bloody museum. There's a whale. There's an owl. A giant turtle. Dinosaurs. He walked up the steps and into a room full of all sorts of animals. At first, George was scared, but then he noticed that they didn't move. Okay, fair enough. He's a monkey. He doesn't know what a museum is. They were not alive. They were stuffed animals put into a museum so that everybody could get a good look at them. Dinosaur, parentheses, extinct, do not touch. Baby dinosaur. In the next room, George saw something so enormous. Oh, sorry. So so enormous, it took his breath away. Welcome, Nina Decker, as a new member. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, he's in a museum now, Becky. How did we get here? It was a dinosaur. Big dinosaur. George was not scared this time because he knew it was not real. He looked at the dinosaur and then at the baby dinosaur, and then he saw the palm tree full of nuts. George liked nuts. Okay, so the animals are fake, but the nuts are going to be real. Okay, come on, George, get with the program. It's all fake. Suddenly, he felt very hungry, of course, since he had missed lunch that day. Yeah, he was busy running around committing felonies all over town. Like, come on, George. He would climb up, and just then he heard footsteps. He had to hide again. But where? On top of the tree? On top of the tree, I'm guessing? On top of the tree? Nope. No, he's going to hide in plain sight. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give credit where credit is due. That is fucking brilliant. Look at how confident he looks. He's just like, He's like, yeah. What? I'm a stuffed animal too. Don't mind me. Yeah, I lived around the age of the dinosaurs. Fuck you. Stop asking questions. Don't ask questions. Just take your photo and go to the next exhibit. Yeah, that's right. George would be like, what's up? What's up? A family came in to take a look at the dinosaurs. They paid no attention that there was a goddamn monkey standing there. The monkey did not move. He stood so still that they thought he was just another stuffed animal. Because, yeah, monkeys and dinosaurs existed around the same time, 5,000 years ago, if you read the Bible. George was glad when they were gone. Now he could pick the nuts. Presumably not his own. He climbed up the dinosaur's neck and started to pull. But the nuts would not come off. George, what are you doing, George? George, they're not real. They're not real, George. They're not real. George did not know that they were not real either. He pulled harder and harder, and the tree began to sway. You're turning it into a catapult, George. You're about to be launched. Or even worse, oh boy, crash. Down came the tree on the dinosaur's head. Down came the dinosaur, and down came George. And down came the baby dinosaur, too, by the way, if you're paying attention. And George is trapped under the big dinosaur. Yeah, that's what you get. Fucking monkey. Guards came rushing in from all sides. And underneath the fallen dinosaur, they found a little monkey. They pulled him out of there and brought him to Professor Wiseman? Who the hell is Professor Wiseman? Who was the director of the museum? Oh, okay. Professor Wiseman was terribly angry. Lock that naughty monkey up right away, he said. Back to the fucking prison you go, monkey, he said, and take him back to the zoo. He must have run away from there. He's not wrong, but damn, Dr. Wiseman, Professor Wiseman, you're one cruel mofo. Jeez. George was carried off in a cage. He felt so ashamed. He almost wished he were dead. More Class A values to teach our kids. When you get caught, contemplate suicide. That's a fantastic way of going about things. Wow, man. Wow. H.A. Ray must have been one twisted motherfucker. Suddenly, the door opened. George! Somebody shouted. It was his criminal friend. Friend. The man with the yellow hat. It seems you got yourself into a lot of trouble today, he said, as per the usual. And every time I let you out of the house, you do this? He said, but maybe this letter here will get you out of it. Are we talking about the letter that originally came? It was from Professor Wiseman himself. He needs your help for an experiment. So wait. Pause. Pause. Look at me. You started the story with a letter. Okay. George receives the letter. All he had to do was sit his fucking ass down, wait for the man in the big yellow hat to come home, read the letter to him, and off we go. Instead, what do we have? We have George realizing, I can't read, but I can write, spelled Kenriiit. Can write. That works. So he spills ink all over the place. Then he gets soap all over the place. Then he gets water all over the place. Then he goes to steal a water pump, gets attacked by a goat, releases all the pigs, steals a cow, steals the water pump, gets caught, almost, ends up in a museum, destroys the dinosaur exhibit, and Professor, whoever he is, Wiseman, boots the monkey out for rightful reasons. I can't really judge the man. He's upset. I get it. The monkey just destroyed the tree. He ruined the exhibit. It's going to take maybe days potentially to fix that whole thing, so it's available for viewing for the public again. It's going to cost the museum a whole ton of money. The monkey can't be sued. They don't have subject matter jurisdiction or personal jurisdiction because he's a fucking animal. No pun intended. And now the letter is from Professor Wiseman? Crisis averted? What? Huh? What's up, Doc? Like, that's literally going through my head right now. Are you joking? He just sent the monkey to, like, get him out of my face. And now it's like, don't worry about it. He just needs you for an experiment. Like, he's got your back, bro. Yeah. Homie Wiseman needs you. So, plot twist. Bro. What? Wiseman, he needs your help for an experiment. I found it on my desk at home, but I couldn't find you anywhere. I checked under the water. You weren't drowned. I'm surprised you found the letter and it wasn't like drowned himself. The letter itself, so I came over here to talk to the professor. Oh, that's how we ended up there. All right. So we're doing some monkey experiments. He's being carried away. Do you see this? He's being carried away in a crate to prison. He actually looks shocked. And this is what the letter said. Oh boy, here we go. Museum of Science. I was right. There was science in there. Okay. Museum of Science. Dear George, a small space. Okay, hold on. I hope no, there's no transcribing of it. Oh, there we go. Dear George, a small spaceship has been built by our experimental station. Excuse me. It is too small for a man. Because when we built it, we're fucking dumbasses. We're like, hey, y'all, anybody know a midget, a little person? Anybody around here? Can we like? We're not gonna build it with enough space for any of us. Just a heads up. We're gonna fuck it up and then look for a monkey at some point. Everybody cool with that? Everybody cool with that? Sorry, I think midget is now a derogatory term. I think little person is what I'm supposed to say. We're gonna just use a little person. Then they realize, oh, a little person doesn't fit in that either. Is it too small? It is too small for a man, but could carry a little monkey. Oh my God, how convenient. Our fuck up is now going to turn into a success story. Would you be willing to go up in it, George? We're going to use you for an experiment. Listen, I never met you, but I hear that you're a bright little monkey who can do all sorts of things, and that is just what we need. We want you to do something nobody has ever done before. Bail out of a spaceship in flight. Why? Why do you do this to me, H.A. Ray? What? Why? How are you going to teach a monkey to do that? Will you please explain to me? And I like how the letter is actually addressed, Dear George. Like George is going to read the fucking thing. Are you serious? This can't be real. This is not a real book. Next book, please. I don't understand this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Sorry. I pressed a button and it screwed up my thing. Okay, where were we? Here we are. When we flash you a signal, you will have to open the door and bail out with the help of emergency rockets. Okay, this is getting really complicated. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that. And they're sending a monkey to do this job. Oh boy. Yeah, they trust him in a rocket, Sim Panther. Like, what? What? This is ridiculous. We did send a monkey to space, yeah, but hey, spoiler alert, it fucking died there. We hope that you are willing and that your friend will permit you to go. You mean your criminal captor? Gratefully yours, Professor Wiseman, Director of the Science Museum. This is what the letter originally looked like. So you are George. You gotta be fucking kidding me, Professor Wiseman said. What? No, just some random monkey destroying shit. How many monkeys does Wiseman think that? Okay, this is like the cheapest fucking bailout I have ever seen in my life. So, first of all, George destroys the dinosaur exhibit, right? And the museum. Professor Wiseman is like, get that little shit, lock his ass up, put him in a cage, throw away the key, light his ass on fire, burn him at the stake, get this piece of shit out of my goddamn science museum, right? Fucking meow. And then the man in the big yellow hat comes and like, hey, Mr. Wiseman, this is George. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. Oh, bring that cage back, you guys. I'm so sorry about everything you said. The whole thing about shoving a stake up your ass and lighting you on fire after pouring gasoline down your throat. I'm sorry, man. That was just the booze talking, man. I didn't mean any of it. If you're George, I need you, man. I need you, bro. I need you to send you to space. I need you to go on a mission. Yeah? Yeah, are you down, homie? Wow. Wow. If I had only known, of course, everything will be forgiven if you're willing to go. They got the smallest size spacesuit for George, and all the other things he needed for the flight. Then they helped him put them on and showed him how to use them because he's going to understand. What? When everything was ready, a truck drove up with a special television. All right, so what does he got? He's got a spacesuit. So this is how he's going to earn his medal. George is going to be serving his country by conducting an experiment for humankind. Houston, we have a monkey is more like it. Spacesuit, complete with shoes and gloves. This is the checklist. One of those. 1 space helmet. 1 oxygen tank. 2 emergency rockets. And of course, 1 parachute to make sure that George can come back down to Earth unscathed. A truck drove up with a special television screen mounted on it, to watch the flight. I didn't realize it was half a sentence. They all got on and were off to the launching site. They checked all the controls of the spaceship, especially the lever that opened the door. George tried it too. All right, time out. I don't know if you all know this, but space experiments. I know it's a children's book. I know. Shut up. I know. Space travel and experiments related to space travel oftentimes require not just hours or weeks, hours or days or even weeks of preparations. It requires months of preparation. And you mean to tell me, first of all, you're not even sending a human, you're sending a monkey that cannot read, probably can't even write. You instructed him over the course of several minutes what he needs to do. Just when you see a light, push button. That's it, George. You're good. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, George. Just don't worry about it. We got you, George. Listen, put this thingy on. Get inside the fucking thing. I mean, worst case scenario, you get stuck in space. What's the big deal? What's the big deal, huh? There's no big deal. You're just going to be stuck in space until you die. Couple hours later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, George. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Just push button. You see the light, push button. You fall out of the sky. You're good. Parachute open up. You know how to open a parachute. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll open up on its own, all right? Don't worry about it. It's all going to be okay, George. It's all going to be okay. Forget about it. The great moment had come. Yeah. Only took an hour to prepare start to finish because the rocket was already ready to go. George has been trained. all 47 minutes and 32 seconds of training, if that. The great moment had come. George waved goodbye and went aboard. The door was closed. Professor Wiseman began the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! He pressed the button and the ship rose into the air. Slowly at first, and then faster and faster and higher until they could no longer see it in the sky. And wait, they never left the platform? Are you fucking kidding me? Here they are on the platform, right, as the rocket is about to take off. This defies every law of physics. Ever. They never left the platform. This thing produced, I don't know how many gigajoules of force to launch this damn thing into space, into orbit. And they're just like, literally like watching it like, cool. But on the screen, they saw George clearly the whole time. And now the moment had come for George to bail the fuck out. Professor Wiseman flashed the signal. They watched the screen. But George did not move. Why didn't he pull the lever? Uh-oh. In a few seconds, it's going to be too late. The ship would be lost in outer space with George in it. Even this guy's just like, oh my God. Whew. Please, George, what are you doing? Oh my God, George. Oh, my sweat smells like something. I need to take a shower. Oh, God. Oh, George. They waited anxiously. At last, George began to move. Slowly, as if in a daze, he was groping for the lever. Would he reach it in time? There! He grabbed it! The door opened! Hurrah! George was on his way! Thanks, Annie Laurie. She says, I love this. I'm going to go back and listen to the first 3. Cracks me up. Congratulations on your milestone. Onwards and upwards. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's George on his big ass parachute. Out of the blue, an open parachute came floating down to earth. The truck raced over to the spot where George would land. So, wait a minute. Why are they sending an empty rocket into space? What was the experiment about? How to lose $3 million? Was that the experiment, Professor Wiseman? However much it cost to build that damn rocket, I have an experiment. How to lose $3 million in 10 minutes. Let's send this damn thing into orbit and make sure we never get it back. Yeah, he pulled a Musk, straight up. What a welcome for George. Professor Wiseman hung a big golden medal. Oh, there's the medal. There's the medal. Professor Wiseman hung a big golden medal around his neck. Because, he said, you are the first living being to come back to Earth from a space flight. I wouldn't really call it a space flight. He didn't like go out into orbit and then come back. He didn't even leave like the first layer. What is it? The stratosphere. Any science majors in the crowd? Yeah, more like Professor Unwiseman. Doshineko, you're cool. I like you. You're funny. Straight up. He never got to orbit. You are the first living being to come back to Earth from a space flight, more like a half airplane flight. And on the medal it said, to George, the first space monkey. I'm not impressed. Actually, in hindsight, I would much rather he get a fucking medal for cleaning out and polishing the room with that water pump. Now that would be impressive. This does not impress me. How did we go from spilling ink in a room to go into fucking space? What? Yeah, what about the house? That's what I'm saying, Linda. Peter's gonna be pissed. That's right, Julie. This is bullshit. Then a newspaper man took his picture and everybody shouted and cheered. Why? Even the farmer and his son, who should be pressing charges for grand theft auto and larceny, even the farmer and his son and the kind woman from next door. Which woman? Oh, who had worked for hours to get the water out of the... Uh, okay, first of all, how did she know? Who invited her? How did she get in? We didn't hear anything about her helping, but suddenly everybody has to fix George's mistake. Or mistakes. Jesus Christ. Then a newspaper man took his picture. Everybody shouted and cheered. The farmer and his son and the kind woman from next door, who had worked for hours to get the water out of the room. What about the ink? Did you clean up the ink too? Yeah, exactly, Girl Scout. You beat me to it by literally a half a second. I was thinking that. I was thinking exactly fucking that. She must be a stalker, Xanthia. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm proud of you, George. Why? He's a fucking criminal, and so are you, said the man with the yellow hat. I guess the whole world is proud of you today. Yeah, except for the neighboring woman who had to make up all the mistakes that George... So that's the woman, right? If you remember, she was in the frame. Remember the woman? When George was fucking up, there she is. We know that's her because she's got a broom. Green shirt, orange hair. Hold on. Ah, she changed shirts. Oh, it's probably blue from all the fucking ink that she had to clean. And she does have a broom. Her hair is kind of orange yellow. Yeah, it was a green dress. Now it's a blue dress. I'm proud of you, George, said the man with the yellow hat. I guess the whole world is proud of you today. It was the happiest day in George's life. Was it, though? Was it, though? Doesn't he get, like, the best day of his life, like, each time? What a welcome for George. Professor Wiseman hung a big golden medal around his neck because, he said, you are the first... Oh, I'm sorry. I already read that. I apologize. The end. That's it? No one's pressing charges? Like the farmer and the son? They all always forgive George in the end. Everybody just like has amnesia or something. I don't understand. Everybody's like, well, he's a fucking monkey. What do you expect, huh? What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do, huh? He's a fucking monkey. Here you go. Here's a medal for being a fuck up. Enjoy. Go about your day. Do whatever you gotta do. Break some more shit. Tarnish some stuff. Steal some shit. You just gotta get away with it. It's so good. Listen, these are the values we want to teach our kids, okay? Theft is okay as long as you don't get caught. If you fuck things up, somebody will clean it up for you. If you go to space and do stupid shit, you're going to get rewarded for it. If you break stuff, you're going to get rewarded for it. If you steal stuff, you're going to get rewarded for it. If you steal stuff, just make sure that nobody sees you. If there ain't no witnesses, it never happened, George. Think about it. This is what we're teaching kids. Because he's a cute little monkey. Yeah, if you're cute, you're gonna get away with it. People will turn what's it called? People will look away when you do stupid shit if you're good looking. I killed Vanessa. Thank you, Rita. Hey, Bobby. Bobby Cat finally made alive. It sucks that we're finishing up. Sorry. You came literally right at the end. Turn a blind eye. That's what I was looking for, Harry Potter's beard. Thank you. This is the good Coke. This is the original sugar Coke. This is one that you drink one of these and you gain 5 pounds. Thank you, Sam Panther. Worth every penny just to see your facial expressions as I read the book. Thank you, Viking. Very generous of you. Ain't nobody see it. It didn't happen, eh? What is it? There's a comedian, Italian comedian. He was like, one day I came home from school and my uncle looks at me and goes, "Hey, what they learn you in school today, huh?" And he says, "Well, uncle, they taught me that if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he eats for the rest of his life." And the uncle looks at me and goes, "Hey, that's wrong. If you give a man a fish, that man owes you a fish and a half. Every day you don't pay, it goes up another half fish. And he don't pay 2-3 weeks, you gotta go break his rod and reel, send a message, kid, all right?" Can't be taking no shit from no man who owes you fucking fish. I forget which comedian it was. It's one of the newer ones. It's a few years old. It's like a decade old now. Like the stuff that I think like, oh yeah, I heard that last year. I heard in like 2011. It's weird. Do y'all ever go through that? Yeah, and well, then he might be sleeping with the fishes too. That's right, Chaos. You're gonna learn the little secret in a couple days. All right, you guys. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. The 4th rendition of Curious George. We're going to do the 5th book. Hopefully, we're not going to do it in a month. We'll do it sooner than that. Until then, I love every single one of you. Thank you for the 250,000, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.